Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. Wait, Bricks, don't you only collect Lego Star Wars? Didn't we ask for a showcase of Lego Star Wars? Yes, that is coming soon. I think this is a great way to kick it off first, but Light Customs has been one of my go-to creators for custom Lego Star Wars for a couple years now, and they've dropped some absolute bangers with these figures. I think if you're a Star Wars fan, you could appreciate and become a Dune fan. From what I hear, Dune was kind of the original and Star Wars kind of came out of that. Not too sure on how all that goes. Don't quote me. With that out of the way, let's get into Light Customs Dune lineup. To get the fake Lego comments out of the way, these figures are all pad printed on all official Lego parts. Pad printing is the same printing process Lego uses, so this is as one as you can get. First up, we got Fade Rotha, one of the standout villains from Dune Part 2. Light Customs really knocked it out of the park with the two versions of this character. Both figures feature two interchangeable heads that perfectly capture Fade's duality. Now, for those of you who haven't seen Dune Part 2 yet, you might be wondering, why does one version of Fade look black and white? Great question. In the film, there's this battle royale-esque moment in a coliseum straight out of Gladiator. Of course, Fade is the focus of this scene, and it sort of introduces us to his skill as a fighter. The entire scene was shot using infrared cameras, giving it this surreal, otherworldly vibe. So it's crazy how this figure absolutely nails this unique aesthetic, making it feel like you're holding a piece of the scene in your hands. And that's not to take away from the regular version of Fade, which is just as impressive, with every detail carefully considered, and it really gets his look from the film down to a T. It's a very iconic figure for a very iconic character. And speaking of iconic characters, next up we have Paul Atreides. I have to say, this figure is absolutely insane. The custom hairpiece, perfect. The facial expressions on the two interchangeable heads, chef's kiss. The amount of detail and contrast in colors completely blows the official Lego Paul out of the water. I know they're from two different films, but still, it's a night and day comparison, which is crazy coming from a smaller company like Light Customs. And no doubt, when you combine these two figures, they look amazing together, especially when you're trying to recreate their legendary duel. And speaking of recreating that duel, Light Custom went the extra mile by including a custom pad printed quote tile. If you're familiar with Lego Star Wars sets, you've probably seen similar tiles before, but this one feels like such a thoughtful addition. It's these little touches that make Light Customs work stand out. And they didn't just stop at new figures. They also made some much needed upgrades to the original Lego Dune set. Specifically, they added pad printed steel suit arms for 3 of the figures. And in my opinion, this subtle yet essential addition takes the figures from decent to absolutely perfect. Honestly, I don't know why Lego didn't include these from the start, but that's where you can appreciate Light Customs a bit more. They're all about improving what's already out there while introducing fresh, innovative designs. So huge shout out to the team at Light Customs. That also includes Brick Daddy minifigures as well, who collabs with Light Customs on most of his waves. Definitely follow Light Customs on Instagram. You're seriously missing out. They're constantly dropping new waves of figures, Star Wars primarily, and they really sell out fast. So make sure you're on top of it. Give them a follow. Stay up to date with what they're working on. They have an upcoming DC wave that is looking incredible. Put a picture up here for you guys to see. I primarily focus on Lego Star Wars, which is expensive on its own, and honestly, these might change my mind into stepping into the DC world and collecting some superheroes. If you like more of this content, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next video.